The pregame show, this Cardinals offense looking for a spark right now.
Definitely. Just one batter batting over 300 in Nico Cacados, who isn't even in the lineup today. They're going to be resting on Brandon Nickel with the highest batting average with 290 so far this season. Has had a very good season with 9 hits and 31 at-bats coming out of South Arkansas. But the big bats like Jonathan Salazzo need to get going.
We'll see if they can get that today against a very tough arm in Victor Payano. We gave you a look at some of his stats a little bit earlier on in the pregame show, but he was kind of the majors ace last year, and he's lived up to that this season, having another great year for the boys of summer here in London. 20 Labatt Park. 1-2 count, trying to put away Nickel here. In there, called strike 3. A great start for Victor Payano in the London Majors as he sets down the first man he sees.
Francis Adames has looked very consistent on the mound for the Hamilton Cardinals so far with a 1.80 ERA through his first 2 starts. Did get an 0-1 record so far. Hasn't quite gotten his first win under his belt in the IBL, but 12 strikeouts, 7 hits, and 3 walks through 10 innings of play isn't bad for the Cardinals pitcher.
0-1 on its way. Squaring around a bunt is Fajardo. He pops it up, hit towards third. Going to be a tough play for Salazzo. And Francisco Fajardo is aboard with a bunt single. And the Majors have the game's first base runner. First pitch to Zadunik. Hit on the ground towards second. Reyes Cruz has some trouble with it. Throw to first is not going to be in time. So Zadunik beats it out, and now the Majors have runners on the corners here with one away. It's Hamilton. Not a big lead from Zadunik at first. Oh, in to score Fajardo. Zadunik getting the wave around third. Here's the relay throw to the plate. It's there in plenty of time, and they'll tag out Zadunik, but it's an RBI double for Eduardo DeOlio, and the Majors are up 1-0.
Very dangerous power bat right in the heart of the batting order for the Majors.
Hits this one hard to second base. Similar play for Reyes Cruz. This time he gobbles it up and gets the out over at first to end the home half of the first inning. But the Majors on the board first in this one thanks to an RBI double for Eduardo DeOlio. You're watching the Cardinals and the Majors. Here's the pitch from Payano. Williams gives a pretty good ride to this one into the left center field gap. Tracking back, looking up, and that ball is out of here. Josh Williams sends one opposite field and ties this game up in one swing here in the top of the second inning. 0-1 on its way. In the air, right center field. Sugi drifting under it. He's got it, and that will do it for the top of the second inning. So Victor Payano gives up the long ball to Williams, but no more, and it's tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the second. Trying to get off the schneid a little bit. 2 for his last 15 coming into today. Drop the bunt single down. Flares this one up the middle. Wasn't hit very hard, but it's got enough to get into center for his second base hit of the ball game. So Fajardo is aboard again, and there's a runner on for the Majors with 1 out. 1-0, here's the pitch. Fajardo bouncing, going, delayed steal, and the ball gets away into center field. Fajardo on his way to third. Reyes Cruz makes the throw, and it's not going to be in time. So Francisco Fajardo pulls off the delayed steal and picks up third base on the error to put himself 90 feet away. The offering from Adames. DeOlio on the ground to shortstop. This could be 2. Nickel, Reyes Cruz on to Williams. Throw pulls him off the bag. DeOlio beats it out. And so the Majors score their second run of the ball game on a fielder's choice, and it's 2-1 London.
Adam Ken Barnstormer is quietly on a 5-game win streak as well.
Niles puts a charge into this one to left field, but Brennan Daly is right there, and he will make the catch to retire the side here in the home half of the third. The Majors push across another run on Eduardo DeOlio fielder's choice, and they lead it 2-1 after 3 innings.
And for Humber College, playing third base here, subbing in.
On the ground, in the hole, nice play, Niles. Spin throw to first in time, and what a beauty from the hometown kid to get the first out here at the top of the 5th inning.
Ground out and 1 fly out. Hasn't been able to reach base in the last 2 games.
On the ground, hit hard up the middle, and Toby Simmons has himself a base hit. So you talk about broadcaster jinx. Well, that time it works in the
mine.
Majors' favor. He's running. Squaring Fajardo. Gets it down in the hole. Nobody's at third base. Simmons heading there now. Williams the throw. It's not going to be in time. Toby Simmons picks up a pair of bases. Daly holding the tag on. Steve Cochran signals safe a couple of times. And the Majors have a runner at third here with one out. The offering. Hit on the ground, back up the middle, and it's through for a base hit. So Eduardo DeOlio has driven home all three of the Majors' runs so far in this ball game, and it's 3-1 London. Adames ready, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. The foul tip from Niles held on to by Vittini behind the plate, so despite the balk and the Majors getting two in scoring position, they'll be held to just one run in the home half of the fifth inning.
Backfish. But other than that, the Hamilton Cardinals are hanging in every one of these games.
Ground ball to third. Josh Niles, long throw. Verhoeven pulled off the bag, and so that will allow Nickel to reach first. Squaring around a bunt again is Brown. Gets it down. Verhoeven will go to one and get the out. So it's a sacrifice bunt for Brown there, and it'll move a runner into scoring position here for the Cardinals. Hit a long ball for the only Hamilton run up to this point. Breaking ball, line, back up the middle. It'll drop in front of Toby Simmons. Everybody moves up 90 feet, and the bases are loaded here for Hamilton in the top of the sixth inning.
Preventing it from getting put into play.
2-2, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Victor Payano escapes the jam and keeps it a two-run lead for the London Majors. It's 3-1 as we head to the home half of the sixth inning. Brad Verhoeven, who was over there to begin the ball game. That one on the ground in the hole. That's going to be a base hit. Majors had Pena shaded to pull, and he put it the opposite way, so it's a leadoff single for the Hamilton Cardinals, and they've got a base runner here to kick off the seventh. Here's the pitch. Chopped, back up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Fajardo can't come up with it. It's through into center field. Pena will score. And it's a base hit for Tommy Reyes-Cruz to bring the Cardinals back to within one. Here's the offering. Breaking ball on the ground to third. It gets out of the glove of Niles into left field. Reyes-Cruz gets held up over at second. And the Cardinals have two on with one out here in the top of the seventh. Here's the offering. Fly ball, left field. Not very deep. Zadunik charging. Long run. It's going to fall in for a base hit. And the Cardinals are going to tie this game up on a bloop into shallow left field. Payano a peek back at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Williams down on strikes. And that'll do it for the top of the seventh inning. But the Hamilton Cardinals score a pair, Cam, and this one's all tied up. That one belted by Niles. Deep left field. Moving back on it. Groves to the wall. And it'll bounce up against the fence. Niles around first. He'll get into second easily. It's a one-out double for Josh Niles. And he represents the go-ahead run, standing in scoring position at second base. Durance over at second and Garner. Harrison off the leg of Hospital into an awkward spot. Charging home is Niles. The throw will beat him there. And he's tagged out. Good play there by Nickel. It hit off the leg of Stephen Hospital. Nickel recovered and gets the out at the plate. That one chopped back up the middle. Hospital's got it. He'll flip over to first, and the inning is over. His press, but a fortuitous hop for Hamilton off the leg of Hospital gets them out of the eighth inning unscathed. It's 3-3 as we head to the top of the ninth.
Cats on May 30th.
On the ground to first. Williams bobbles it. Going to be a tough play. Simmons beats it out. So Toby Simmons, using his speed and puts pressure on the defense, gets aboard. Majors have a base runner in the home half of the ninth.
Play when you have speed on the base paths.
Quick
Toby
move
Simmons.
over, and they got him. Simmons is picked off at first. They were so convinced that he was on the move, and Sarowski goes back twice. He gets picked off. There does Toby Simmons. Here's the pitch. In the air, on the infield. Everybody converging near the mound. Who's got it? It drops and 2 runs score. Unbelievable chaos on the infield. Nobody's at third. The ball drops in front of home plate, and the Hamilton Cardinals are up by 2.
To just get out of this top of the 10th.
On the ground to second. Harrison to his right makes the play, throws to first. The inning is over, but not before the Hamilton Cardinals strike for a pair on an error from Eduardo DeOlio, trying to make the catch on a pop fly on the infield, and the Cardinals are up by a pair heading to the bottom of the 10th.
To put this one out of the park.
0-1, right side, in the air, right field, moving back on it, Pena. He's got room, makes the catch, tagging from third, Zadunik. The throw comes into second, and the Majors are within 1 on a sacrifice fly from Byron Reichstein. 2-2, Niles in the air, right field, Pena makes the catch, DeOlio tagging, here he comes, throw in, relay to the plate, not in time. The Majors have tied it on back-to-back sacrifice flies.
Slowed down since then, but it stayed steady.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Fernando Rodney gets the strikeout of Champ Garner to end the bottom of the 10th inning, but not before. The Majors strike for 2 on back-to-back sacrifice flies from Byron Reichstein and Josh Niles. We are headed to the 11th inning. Reyes Cruz expecting the bunt. Harrison squares, gets it down. It's a good one to first base. It's bobbled by Young. The throw is in time. It's a perfectly executed sacrifice bunt from Adrian Harrison there. And the Majors have the winning run at third base. Here's the pitch. On the ground to first. It gets by Young into right field. Garner will score. The Majors win it. It's a walk-off victory on Pack the Park Day here at Labatt. And London emerges victorious by a score of 6-5.